Okay, time is 5:22, Wednesday 15th of October. Present in the room, Detective Inspector Hayley Blake.
Detective Inspector Benjamin Harris and...
Please state your name and date of birth for the recording.
Sorry, Kevin Blackley, born 19th of December 2001.
Thank you. Kevin, you have been arrested on suspicion of the murder of Jason Brown. We brought you in for further questioning today to go over some details.
I already told you what I did.
Yes, and we appreciate your cooperation so far, but we want to get as clear an image as possible of what happened that afternoon. So, talk us through the events.
Well, I came home and the boys were still at school and Mum wasn't in. So I thought I was alone. But when I went to go make some lunch, Jason was in the kitchen.
What time is this?
Around lunchtime, so probably like 1ish.
Are you often home around this time?
Sometimes I stay in school for lunch, but when I have a free period in the afternoon, I normally just go home.
So on a typical Monday, you usually tend to be at home at this time then?
Yeah, I guess.
So surely you'd have known that you weren't going to be alone. Mr. Brown often came back home on his lunch breaks, according to his colleagues.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was going to be that particular afternoon. So why does this matter?
Just trying to get as much information as possible. Carry on.
So I started making myself something to eat, and he was just talking at me, and I didn't really acknowledge him, and that pissed him off. So he kind of came over to me trying to be intimidating, and I just kept ignoring it, which made it worse. And then he starts pushing me around and shouting, so I hit him.
Why were you ignoring him?
Mum tells me it's better to ignore him sometimes.
What does she mean by that?
Exactly that. Sometimes it was better to ignore him because all he wanted was a rise from you. Like, he'd deliberately say the worst thing to you, or tease you, or just be a dick for no reason.
So, you said he started shouting and pushing you. Is this a normal reaction from him?
Yeah, I suppose.
You suppose?
Yes. Yes, it was normal.
And so this time you decided you'd had enough. You thought you'd shut him up for good. Seems like an extreme form of revenge to me.
No, it wasn't like that.
Well, what was it like then?
He was always so angry. All the time. And if he didn't start shouting at me then it would have been later. He never liked me. I don't even think he liked my mum very much, not really. She was just something for him to control. We never did anything to him, so why did he hate us? He wouldn't always hit me. Sometimes he'd save that for her. Some kind of sick game. Kevin ignored me earlier, so let's pay him back by beating on his mum. You don't understand what that's like. I couldn't stand it, and yet I never said anything or did anything to stop it, and I...
You murdered him?
No.
But you did kill him, Kevin. That's why you're here right now.
I know, but... It wasn't how you're making it out. I didn't plan this, it just happened.
Can I tell you what I think, Kevin? I think you intended to kill Mr. Brown that afternoon. I think you went home, knowing he would be there, alone, and you killed him. I think you knew exactly what you were going to do, and by the sounds of things, you have a motive. What do you think of that?
You're wrong. I didn't mean to kill him. You don't understand.
So how did it happen? You're arguing, and then what? You just hit him?
Yeah, I guess.
You guess. You don't sound very sure.
I thought he was going to hurt me, so I hit him.
Look at these photos, Kevin. You hit him quite hard, actually. Jason Brown had a severe skull fracture to the right side of his head, severe enough to cause internal bleeding. What did you hit him with, Kevin? I hope this doesn't cause offence, but you don't look as though you could have done this with your fists.
Please be as specific as possible.
I didn't really look. I just grabbed a pan in front of me. Maybe it was a saucepan. I can't be sure. Surely this doesn't matter.
Kevin, if you didn't intend to kill Mr. Brown, then why did you hit him so hard? Why not leave the house? Tell a neighbour.
I don't know.
We're talking about someone's life here, Kevin, and all you can say is you don't know.
I didn't mean to kill him. It was self-defense, He would have done much worse to me. I didn't mean to kill him. But I'm glad that I did.
That's quite a statement, Kevin.
He deserved what he got. I'm sorry, but he did. He used to tell me things. Things about my mum. He wanted a reaction from me, and I used to give him one. And then I realised it only made things worse for me and her. It's not nice to know that your sarky comments are the reason your mum has a black eye the next morning. So I stopped. I stopped fighting back. And that's when he got angrier. He couldn't stand being ignored, so he'd lash out more, and I'd have to make up some excuse. But no one believed me anyway. Not when lovely Mr. Brown was involved.
Did he ever hurt the boys?
No. No, he loved them. He just didn't love me and my mum very much, I guess. I just wanted it to stop. I just wanted it to stop so badly, and if I had just done something or said anything, then maybe this wouldn't have happened.
Thank you, Kevin. I think it's best to suspend the interview here for a moment. Take 5. Interview suspended at 6:03. I don't know what to feel about this. Why? Why would a young, intelligent lad with his whole life ahead of him kill someone?
He just told you why. I'm not sure I'm fully convinced, though. Jason Brown, beloved teacher, no record, no previous partners have reported abuse, no marks on the wife, Kevin or the boys. Colleagues that can vouch for him. It just doesn't add up.
So you think he's lying?
Not about the murder, but maybe his motives. If he isn't, why hasn't his mother come forward to help him? Why say he's reported a murder on the 999 call?
Or maybe she's scared to come forward. Maybe she thinks it won't help his case.
Or maybe it never happened at all. Maybe he's sat in there hoping this story buys him some kind of sympathy pass. Hoping someone falls for his sob story.
You think I'm being naive? I'm the idiot falling for it all.
I never said that. I just think that he's smart, and smart people know how to manipulate a room. All I'm saying is if what he claims is true, that Jason Brown is an abusive father and husband, then what kind of mother wouldn't support her son? I think her silence tells us what we need to know.
I don't know. We can't just brush away his story like that. Surely if he's telling the truth, he's just as much as a victim here.
I get where you're coming from, I do. But show me a scrap of evidence to support what he says.
I just have this feeling.
We can't go on feelings. And the facts are pretty clear and simple. We have his DNA on the murder weapon.
That he couldn't fully identify.
Irrelevant. We have Jason Brown's blood on his clothes, and we have his confession. He did it. No matter what his reasoning may be, or what he claims to have happened, he did it. Facts. That's something we can go on.
Fine. Kevin Blackley, we will be charging you with the murder of Jason Brown. You will be taken downstairs where you will be read your charges in full, then either remanded in custody or released on bail.
Hi, love.
Hi, Mum.
I want to give you a hug so bad. Apparently, that's not allowed.
Yeah. It's pretty strict in here.
How
How
are
the
you?
boys?
Oh. They're good. Missing their dad. Missing you.
Do they know?
Know what?
About me.
No. I told them you wouldn't be home for a while. Said you were off to uni or something like that. I didn't know what to say.
They'll find out eventually. And then they can hate me too. Like everyone else.
I don't. Why'd you do it, Kev?
I will always protect you, Mum. Always.
It should be the other way round. It should be me saying this to you, not this.
Okay, visiting time is up.
Kevin, I will never forgive myself.
They needed you more than me.
Kevin,
I wouldn't have them lose a mother that day too.